How's it going? My name is Jeff Sutton with the Collector Car Network. This is Brad Desantis with the Collector Car Network, and today we're looking at this beautiful gold Porsche 993 RWB. But before we do that, a quick word from our sponsor.
Today's Autohunter Cinema video is brought to you by Land Air Sea. Keep tabs on all your valuable assets from the palm of your hand. Remember, with Land Air Sea, theft is temporary. Visit landairSea.com or call 847-462-8100 to order your Land Air Sea GPS unit for your classic vehicle.
So today we're standing in front of a Porsche 911 993 generation RWB car. So this is a super cool build. Obviously it's been widened, but Brad, do you mind telling us a little bit about just RWB and the whole process behind what it takes to build these?
Obviously 911, 993, so last of the air-cooled traditional 911 Porsches, kind of super desirable now.
Yep.
The RWB is a gentleman out of Japan, whose name is Nakai-san. He ran a place called Rough World something, was RWB
RAUH-Welt BEGRIFF,
which comes to Rough World something was the way it was. Yeah, right. RAUH-Welt BEGRIFF, yeah. So anyway, he flies to the United States to build these now. There's a long waiting list to get onto that, unfortunately, if you wanted to build one, and it's a lot of money if you wanted to build one.
He's one guy.
He's one guy.
He doesn't have a team.
Literally fly him in, he comes in with his tools and he cuts your car apart and puts it back together and says, have a nice day.
Yeah, there's a lot of cool YouTube videos out there that actually show the whole process of him showing up, and like I think some of the requirements is he requires certain cigarettes to be bought in bulk for him to have ready as
Coca-Cola,
and Coca-Cola and things like that.
So this is cool. These body kits are inspired by the GT2 cars of the 90s. This car here actually looks like it has a GT2 styled front bumper as well. I noticed walking up to it, which is not the standard. Usually you'll see a standard 993 style front bumper, but very cool build. Has the extended wing on the back,
like
with
the GT2 intakes.
Obviously, a GT2 car. Yep. So obviously these are extended beyond what the GT2 cars were. They're a little bit more over the top, a little more
showy.
Yeah, a little more showy than actual performance. Most of the American ones are built. I do know that the ones that he builds in Japan, when he started with, he also tracked them all. So they were all track-built cars. So I don't know if these ones are track-built. I'm not sure if most tracks would allow you to have a plexiglass roof on your car, so maybe not.
It's got a cage, it's fine.
That's true, that's true. But very cool build, obviously. They all have a name on them. The name on the rocker panels. This one here says it's Yoshiwara.
Yeah.
So, don't know the history behind the name on this one, but that's a staple of all the cars, the name on the side.
Yeah, so now that we've got the sort of general overview, let's start looking at some of the details in the car itself. The first one, obviously, this gold color, and you can see a lot of the flake in here. I'd love to see this car in the sun, because it looks fantastic here in the shade already.
It's 50 degrees and raining today here in Las Vegas, which is wild.
Yeah, and then one of the things that I really like is this actually has the black weather sealing over all of the added body fenders and handles.
So you call that welting.
Welting.
Black welting, yep.
So one of the, I love that, because to me personally, when I see a wide body kit and I see that, it to me speaks quality. It speaks quality. So it looks fantastic. Obviously, he comes and builds these kits by hand and cuts open the fenders of these cars, and these all appear to be those quick release fittings. Well, not quick release per se, but you can.
No, they're like an Allen head to be removed, but obviously once the car's cut, the car's cut. So you can't just take them off and run without them.
And then these are, I don't know how wide these are off the top of my head, but this is probably at least 4 or 5 inches for this fender.
That's probably almost a foot.
Yes,
that's a big flare.
And then obviously
we've got to cover these giant Workmeisters and these huge tires,
which look fantastic. A deep enough dish that you could eat a whole bowl of soup out of.
That would be the whole the entire restaurant's serving's worth of soup. It's not a whole bowl, my friend.
That's a good point.
You have a much bigger appetite than I do if that's your bowl.
So inside we have the low-max seats, which are also not cheap seats. Obviously, it's not that cheap.
low-maxes.
Yeah, fly somebody in. Oh, it's even got
steering wheel
signature on there.
Nakai-san signature on the dashboard.
And then, if I'm not mistaken, some of the things I've heard about this car is this car was like a half-finished car. Okay. And then the sort of rest of the project was sort of picked up and finished to what we see here in this awesome wing that sits on the back with all of the wrap and the other stuff. And then, if I'm not mistaken, the body kit is just about all Nakai-san does, and the engine's up to you as to what you put in the car.
Yeah, the body kit is what RWB does, and everything else is to build to your own taste.
Right, right.
This is a very interesting spec. Yes, this is a very...
This looks very built.
All right, let's do it. Well, no,
all right, ready? Just looking through the vents and talking about how good it looks.
Yeah.
Well, they just finished detailing it.
Ah, okay.
Are you ready?
Oh, wow.
Yes, sir.
Do you know what it's making?
So it's still the stock. It's a 3.6 last year. So this is a 97 last year, twin plug.
Okay.
So it's still the stock bottom end. This whole revamp that I did was, you know, roll cage, shoot it, disassemble the whole car, reshoot it. all Lexan, new wheels from Japan, new exhaust, Speedwire systems, chassis harness. What I wanted to do the motor was imagery, beautify it, all solid mounts, but I wanted to get away from the stock harness. So I'm running a Motec M800
Okay.
with the custom harness for the engine, and then I'm using Rassant's ITB setup.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah, that's
So
cool.
I got the ITBs with the GT3 plenum, using the Ember Shroud from Sheridan Motorsports from Hawaii, all gold hardware. So right now, my goal was I wanted response on the throttle, open it up. So I'm hoping for, let's say, 320, something like that.
So a reasonable street number,
Yeah.
not some
No,
dyno queen
no,
1,000
no,
horsepower
no.
car. Yeah.
Not on this revision.
Sure.
So if I even wanted to try to get to 380, 400, I would have to make it a 4.0.
Right.
And I, on purpose, purchased this Rassant setup because it's a setup that you can do yourself. So I wanted something that Marcus Fry could do in-house.
Okay.
And it worked out well with the timeline. And they just went out of business 1 month ago.
Rassant?
Yeah.
Oh,
That hurts.
stinks.
They just closed their doors.
Oh,
I know, so it's
what
like,
great press this would be
I
for
know.
them. Yeah.
they're like, if you got any questions, send some emails. We won't answer the phones. But they've been great. But no, the presentation is what I wanted. The full shape bay. You know, we took the whole motor out, redid it. So later on will be to crack it open
Okay.
and decide whether I want to do a 3.0.
So it's always like a working project for you.
Yeah, this car was originally assembled in 2017.
Okay.
And it used to be gold. And I had it for many years. This actually started out as a Tiptronic.
Okay.
And it's a 997 Targa. And so 2 years later, I put in the G50, I put in the CA shifter. Never really ran the way I wanted it because of the stock ECU. And so I've been building for SEMA Toyo tires. This is my 3rd year being on the floor.
Excellent.
Okay.
So I said, let's dig into it. So it may not have the power numbers, but we feel we've shaved off around 300 to 400 pounds off the car.
Oh, wow.
So this was also the other trick detail. This was glass all before. Now it's all poly.
Yeah, oh, that's got to weigh a lot as glass.
Yeah, that would definitely weigh a lot of glass.
We feel the stock, just the stock harness for the whole car, around 120 pounds.
Okay.
Wow.
It was heavy.
Yeah.
It was heavy. And the doors have been hauled out.
Oh, wow.
I would have put fiberglass doors, just time.
Sure.
Time. So later on, I could do glass doors, glass front fenders, glass hood. I didn't have time to have a fuel cell manufactured. It just didn't. It would take up to 60 days, and I
Okay.
needed it right away.
So what is the front bumper on this car?
So the whole car is a RWB.
Right.
Right.
Front bumper's RWB as well?
Yes, of course.
Okay.
Yes, yeah. So it is an authentic RWB. He came in 2017 to assemble it.
Okay. I
And-
wasn't sure if the front bumper was like a GT2 style. I didn't know RWB had the GT2 style front bumper.
Well, this
Was
is
it an
so this
option?
is the street kit.
Okay.
So you know it carries everything from the GT2 because that's what the GT2.
Yeah, the wing, the
Yeah. And I'm running 18 by 14 and 18 by 11 and a half.
Okay, that's a serious. That's
Do
a
they
serious size
come
in
like
back.
that, or do you have to get those custom
those
for
are
the
special
car?
order, yeah.
That's what I figured.
Custom built for me from Work Wheels in Japan. So those are air shipped over. These seats, we just came out with this set. We only made 20 sets. I have the first set of the RWB seats. It's all in the purple piping.
Awesome.
That's cool.
And I'm running the aim dash, and that's my Speedwire Systems control button.
Okay. Oh, and the display on the dash there.
so I
that's
just,
cool.
I just activate the power, fuel, ignition, fire.
Excellent.
And I'm good to go.
That's cool that it's like a working project for you. You keep changing things as you
Yeah,
find
no,
things
no,
that you
of
want to
course.
adjust.
Well, the RWBs that are quite famous in the world, I've been lucky enough to become friends with them in Japan. And after my many trips to Japan, I had learned that they had been building the cars for over 10 years. So it took them 10 years to get to this iconic wallpaper, toy cars being made,
Right.
Right.
posters. And so I slowed down when I first built it. And I said, okay, let me do little by little.
Sure.
But this is the big jump for me because I want to start tracking the car.
Ah,
That's the
okay,
whole
cool.
idea. So that's why I
Nice.
always wanted the cage. I always knew it was actually it's really a cab. the 993 Targa is actually a cabriolet.
Okay.
So that's why I needed the roll cage.
Okay.
Needed the cage. And, so now I can, I start to go out and have some fun.
Yeah,
Which
that's
is what
cool.
cars are for.
Right,
We all
at
want,
the
we
end of
all
the
want to have
day.
fun in our cars.
So later on, I'll put in the fire suppressant. We didn't have time
Okay.
to do that. And the fuel cell. And I'm probably going to pick it up a little bit. And
Well, I'm glad to see it's going to be tracked and going to be
yes,
used,
it is.
because it's funny, because all the early RWB cars from 10 plus years ago, he tracked all of them. And you see a lot of the cars that are built in this country are just static show cars. And that's even what I was saying about the car before you came up and talked about it. So it's awesome that you are tracking the car.
yeah,
It is
yeah.
a purpose-built car.
The old-
I can't wait to see it on the track.
well, so all the cars I built for SEMA, they're all race cars. So last year I had the 1972 IMSA 240Z.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Right there, that was mine. And in 2019, I had a Toyota 86 parked over there.
Okay.
Okay.
And they're all race cars. It's just because I'm a contractor in San Francisco, I don't have the time.
Right.
So this year, I finally started tracking that 86 from 2019.
Okay.
We just finally got fully tuned, and I'm starting to track it. The whole point of tracking these cars is the joy of
Yeah,
all the other
driving.
participants of
Yeah.
seeing it. They're like, are you really gonna track it, Rick?
Yes.
Are you really gonna do this? And it's like, yeah, man. That was always the plan.
Yeah, that's why you built the
But
car.
it takes time to finally dial it in and have time to get out there. But no, the idea is that we want to have this on the track and running around and having a good time.
So patience,
cool.
patience is the key, basically.
Yeah.
what you're
It
saying.
really is.
Yeah.
It really is. It takes time to build them to this level, and then a lot of time to go out there and play. But no, I'm not a. My car. Everybody knows me. I'm notorious for having dusty and dirty cars. So I have all my cars in the lift, and they're all dirty all the time. But I love paint. So even after a few track days or 2 years, I'll just reshoot the whole front again.
Okay.
Oh, wow. Okay.
But it is very pretty. I want to thank you for your time.
Yeah, no worries.
So,
appreciate you guys.
Hope to see the car out on track
Yeah,
at some
yeah,
point. Where
thank
do,
you.
where do you track your cars?
In California, in the Northern California.
Okay.
So we have Laguna Seca,
Yep.
Sonoma,
Yes.
Sun
Yeah.
Hill.
All the classics.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's the best.
So
Yeah.
the plan is to have it ready for Rennsport next year.
Oh, excellent.
Oh,
So
okay.
Rennsport's coming in November.
Okay. Very
We
cool.
want to have it on track for that.
Very
Yeah,
cool.
absolutely. Of course. You can't miss Rennsport. Yeah.
Awesome.
That makes sense.
Excellent.
So,
Well, thank you
cool.
for your
Thank
time.
you. Yeah, that's super
Well,
cool.
Enjoy the show. Thank you, guys.
So, with that, that's going to be a quick look at this RWB Yoshiwara car. If you guys are interested in purchasing a collector car for yourself, be sure to check out Autohunter.com, which is our online auction. Cars going live every weekday. And we have ClassicCars.com, which is our online marketplace. And with that, go ahead and smash that like button and get subscribed for more content like this. And we'll see you guys next time. Thanks so much for watching.